calling all Taylormade fans. You're gonna want to see this. Let's do it. Oh wow. Oh wow. Hi everyone, James Robinson here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you consider subscribing. I've got loads of great content coming in the next few weeks, months and even years. If you like tech reviews, if you like club comparisons, just like this one between the Taylormade M3 460 head and the Taylormade M3 440 head, and if you like completely and utterly free golf tips to help you with your golf game, make sure you smash that subscribe button, put the thumbs up to let me know you're enjoying the content, and comment below. Today, in this video, I want you to comment, do you prefer a big driver head or a small driver head? And then I want you to let me know why in that same comment. Looking down at these two heads, you can see how the 440 head is a little bit shorter. It's definitely a little bit deeper, so you may have to tee the ball that a little bit higher up. And looking down on the bottom, you can definitely see how the wide track doesn't extend as far because of the short head. This is going to bring the CG forward. This should make it lower spinning, and to be honest, it should make it a little bit less forgiving on off-centre hits. This is going to be very interesting to test. Now, at the beginning of this season, Taylormade launched their brand new M3 and M4 family of woods, with a little bit of a twist. If you haven't heard about Face Twist by now, you need to crawl out of the cave you've been living in. It's been quite a big deal. The marketing has been, if anything, a little bit over the top. In all honesty, when I've tested the M3, the standard M3, when I've tested the M4, when I first tested them, and you'll notice if you watch my M3, M4 comparison video, I thought there was something there. I did seem to see a few changes in ball flight. I really like the Taylormade M3. I've used it quite a lot. I've used our demo club. I've used it in a lot of my driver videos. The more I use it, the more I seem to think Face Twist doesn't play that much of a role. However, that could just be me getting used to it. So I'm looking forward to hitting a lot of Taylormade products today. Just before we start, a little bit of technology that has gone into the Taylormade M3 head, just in case you haven't seen a review on these clubs before. We have the hammerhead technology in the face of the club that is designed to maintain ball speed throughout off-centre hits and create more ball speed on centre hits. We have the adjustable wide track weight settings here. Together with the adjustable loft settings on the neck, there's around 3,000 different settings you can play this driver at. So there's going to be a setting for you and also for me. Now, I've done a video on how different weight settings adjust the ball flight, and it's not that much. I'll put a card to that video up here now, but it does make a slight difference. And also, the big elephant in the room, we have the twist face technology. That's something which is split in opinion. I personally like it, but I don't think it offers you that much as the marketing guys are claiming. First off, I'd just like to say massive props to Taylormade for sending me these clubs. They didn't have to. I reached out to them. I wanted to do a comparison. I've not seen many online comparisons of the 440 against the 460 head, which is why I want to bring it to you guys. However, saying that, when I was trying to research about why they brought out the 440 head as opposed to the 460 head, just like last year when they brought out the 430 head in the M1 and the 460 head in the M1, I want to know why. What is the difference? How is it going to play differently? And all I could find anywhere was the same marketing spiel about the standard M3, and then at the bottom or at the top of the page, the 440 head is for players who like to see a smaller, deeper faced driver. And that's all I could find anywhere. So I'm presuming it's going to be a little bit lower spin, possibly a little bit lower trajectory. I've got them both set as close to 9.5 degrees as I can. The 440 head comes in standard 9 and 10 degree lofts, whereas the 460 head comes in the half increments instead of the standard 9 and 10. I've got them both in the Tensite stiff shaft, and on the monitors today we are using Titleist Pro V1 practice balls. Shall we get straight to the comparison? Let's do it. Let's hit some. I'm going to go Taylormade M3 460 first. We'll hit as many as I feel like I need to hit to get consistent reading, and then we're going to go smaller head 440. Let's crack on. I do just love the look of this standard M3 head, I must say. Although it's the 460 head, it doesn't look that big. Oh wow. Oh wow. That was the first swing of the day because it's 6:30 AM in the morning, and it felt incredible. And again. I went after that one and it's got a tiny bit left. The ball speed should be good though. I should just say as well, I've got both these drivers set in the standard weight settings on the Y-track adjustment system. You've just got to love the sound that this Taylormade produces when you hit it right. It sounds like no driver I've ever hit before. It's like a thud instead of a ping. But it's not a ping, is it? It's a Taylormade. Let's hit a couple more, then we'll go small ahead. Really excited to see how this performs. Okay, that's half a dozen shots with the Taylormade M3 460. The numbers are not surprising to me because I've hit it quite a lot, but let's take a look at them anyway. So looking at the numbers, averaging 264 total, that's about right for me. Anything over 260 with a driver, and I'm quite happy with that. Club speed just over 100, ball speed 145 average, smash factor pretty good. Spin rate 2,881 average. Those are pretty good numbers. If I bring your attention to shot number 3, which is one of the lower distance shots, the spin rate was up at 5,000, so that's going to take that average up a little bit, but still, even without that, it's still a pretty good average. How is the Taylormade 440 going to compare against this? One thing I was really happy with that 460 head, I hit a nice high fade most of the time that went pretty much straight down the middle of the range, which I would be looking for. In another video, I'm going to take these golf clubs out on the course and do some testing there, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to see that. Did someone say Taylormade M3 440 head? I'm excited. See, looking down at the head here, it looks so much sleeker, so much smaller. I'm used to using a Taylormade 915 D3, so the much smaller head. I've just always found that that works a lot better for me. Just have more confidence that I can hit it out the middle and shape it a little bit more if I want to. Let's see how this goes. So again, I've got the Y-track setting on standard. Straight away, it's come out a lot lower. It doesn't feel as forgiving. I can definitely feel a little bit more movement in the head if I strike it slightly off centre, which I suppose is to be expected. However, that shot there went further than any of the 460 heads. This could work. That was way lower, it's gone way further. It was such a piercing ball flight. This thing is beautiful. That was really heely. Very heely, that one. A massive heel strike on that one, and it's gone just short of the averages from the Taylormade M3 460 head. Maybe it is fairly forgiving after all. Let's hit a couple more, then we'll have a comparison. Comment below, do you want to see a head of these golf clubs out on the golf course? Because we could well be going that way. That was a nice one to finish on. That was munched. Let's take a look at the numbers. Okay, so numbers with the Taylormade M3 440, we're going to go straight to the chase. We're going to look at a total distance. Total distance, 268 yards, 4 yards more than the 460 counterpart. And very interestingly, if we go over and look at the spin rates 2,900, so a tiny smidge bit more than the 460 head, which isn't what that head's designed for, which is obviously quite a strange thing, but I'm not a machine, I'm a human. It could be the swings, but it's obviously worked better for me because we've gone that a little bit more. If you take note, the carry distance is a touch more as well. These numbers aren't strange to me. These numbers are what I would expect my driver to go. Whenever I've been for fittings, whenever I've looked at numbers, this all kind of correlates to what I would expect to see. I'm just going to add this on to the video. I stayed up here hitting some Taylormade M3 440 heads, and look at these numbers. Lower spin, more distance, that's what I'm talking about. So I guess as a roundup, you have to ask yourself, what are you looking for out of the driver? The smaller head felt a little less forgiving, however, that wasn't the case on the numbers. It definitely filled me with more confidence, but if you're looking for a forgiving driver, where you step on a tee and you want to know that if you miss the middle of the face, you're going to hit a fairway, the 460 head is probably going to be for you. I can imagine most people, the bigger head will inspire more confidence, you'll want to go after it a little bit more, and if you do buy the smaller head and you find yourself in a match play final coming down the 18th, you may just want to curl up into a ball and cry. Dispersion wise, the smaller head definitely had a little bit more movement on it than the bigger head. That's not to say that I was going to miss fairways with it. I hit fades with this club all day, and the smaller head started a little bit further left and just faded more back onto target. Not something that I would ideally like. If you want a driver that's going to put less movement and less dispersion on it, again, the bigger head is going to be for you. Albeit, if you're a really good golfer, if you're a professional, if you're a low handicapper, you need to try them both. You need to see which one works for you. Which brings me back to the point that I always finish my videos on. You need to get yourself fitted when you buy your next driver. Do you want to see a head-to-head on the golf course between these two drivers? If you do, make sure you comment below, let me know. I am thinking about doing it anyway, to be fair, because in fairness, one of these bad boys is probably going to be going in my bag. I know it's late in the season to be making changes, but I haven't changed my driver in a very long time. I'm very excited for this. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm James Robinson, I'm here at Huddersfield Golf Club. Put the thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video, and make sure you smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. The channel's growing nicely and I want you to be a part of it. See you soon.